So different variables of different data types often require different amounts of bytes of memory to be reserved for them. There's actually a way in C to figure out how many bytes a certain data type will use, and it's called the size of function. It's not exactly a function, but it's close enough. So we're going to take a couple different data types and I'll show you how to figure out how many bytes of memory they take. You're actually going to need to know this later on in C, and right now I'm just going to show you how to do it because it shows what I was talking about in the last tutorial, and then I won't have to teach it to you guys later, which will be awesome for me. Alright, so here we go. Just print F, because we're just going to be printing out a number and just an integer. And let's see the size of an integer. We type size of, and then the name of the data type that we want to work with. Size of int. There we go. So that should print out how many bytes is required to store an integer in memory. And we'll compile this to make sure that it worked. 4 bytes. Just as I said last time, integers usually take 4 bytes. On a 64-bit machine, if you're running 64-bit C code, which you probably are not, it could take 8 bytes of memory to store an integer. Alright, so there's other data types we learned about. There is the double, which, if I remember correctly, takes 8 bytes to store in memory. And it does take 8 bytes. And there's the last data type that I have taught you specifically, which is the character. And I did also say that the character just takes 1 byte in memory. It's the smallest. The byte is the smallest thing that you can work directly with C, and in C the byte is just a character. And it takes 1 byte in memory. Alrighty, so that is the size of operator, and it's how you can determine the size of a variable, how many bytes it takes to store in memory. And now you do not have to use the data type. You can actually use a variable. For example, if I say character C is equal to S, I can actually do the size of C, the name of the variable, and it will have the same result. 1 byte in memory. And it works the same way as it did now if I used other data types such as double or integer. Alright, so you now know how to use the size of operator, and this will definitely come in handy later. Thanks for watching it, and I'll see you in the next tutorial where we're going to get even more in depth about how C works with memory.